So another Electronic Cafe Celebrates episode. This album, 40 years old, the rather brilliant Power, Corruption and Lies. It's the second studio album from New Order, released on the 2nd of May 1983. I still can't believe this is 40 years old, it's crazy. This album had a lot more sort of electronic synth based tracks than their 1981 debut. Movement, as you can hear, there's much heavier use of synths, and this album's all the better for it. This album was met with widespread acclaim, has been included in music industry lists of the greatest albums of the 1980s and of all time. The cover art was done by the brilliant Peter Saville, and in 2010 it was one of the 10 classic album covers from British artists, commemorated on a UK postage stamp issued by the Royal Mail. So, you know, just tells you how impactful, what a big album this was. In 1989, Power, Corruption and Lies was ranked number 94 on Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest albums of the 80s, with the magazine citing it as a landmark album of danceable post-punk music. It also placed the album at number 262 on the 2020 edition of its list of the 500 greatest albums of all time.
No singles were released off of Power, Corruption and Lies, although Blue Monday, which was a non-album single, was later added to the CD release. But that's not to say the album doesn't contain sublime pieces of electronic music. It does, and beautifully mixes the past with the present and the future. The album was self-produced by New Order and was released just 6 months after Movement, and the album's sound was bolstered by the addition of Gillian Morris, who was used more on this record than the preceding Movement record. The album went on to reach number 4 in the UK album charts and began to establish New Order as their own identity rather than that of Joy Division.
Is it one of my 20 of all time? You betcha. I absolutely love this album. It just, for me, is the best thing New Order have done. For me personally, it's one of my go-to albums.